Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're new here, my name is Holly. I make food and fitness content, and if you're not new here, welcome back to the channel. Big old emphasis on the food. I have a big foodie video coming up for you guys this week. Now, just quickly before I jump into this week's video, I disappeared for a week. I didn't upload this week, and I am somebody that holds myself to probably like a stupid standard with my content. I hate being inconsistent and I hate not uploading weekly vlogs, but I'm just gonna be really honest with you. The week before, I was just really overwhelmed. I was just really struggling with overwhelm. I was on my period and it was probably one of the worst periods I've had in a very long time. Like from hormones to pain to food cravings to literally everything you think of under the sun. Like I just was really going through it. And the day that I wanted to film, I just had a bit of a meltdown, if I'm being honest. Like I just really wasn't feeling like the best version of myself. I was really just like not happy with the energy that I was pouring into the content. And yeah, that's basically a long-winded way of saying sorry that I missed this week's upload. We will be back on track from now on, starting with this week. So if you guys have seen on Instagram, I started a new series called Eating Good to Feel Good. And the whole premise of this was I've been creating food content now for 3 years. And over the past year, I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like it wasn't clicking with me. I felt like I wasn't really resonating with the food content that I was making. I felt like it just needed a bit of a reintroduction, because when I first made food content, all of it was revolving around low calorie weight loss meals, because that was the stage of life I was in. And I feel like I've grown so much from that point, and I just don't really resonate with that anymore. And I'm all about eating good to feel good and eating to just fuel my body for all of the sports and all of the activities that I want to do. And I felt like it just needed its own moment, its own reintroduction. So I started a new series with that on Instagram, and I'm sharing a lot more recipes now. And I also just thought, why not have a foodie focused YouTube video as well, where I show you guys some meals from my week, exactly what I'm eating to feel good. But I also want to kind of include some like big sisterly chats throughout the course of this video. We are heading so quickly towards summer, towards spring, and that's so exciting. But it also comes along with this frustrating influx of content and this narrative of like, well, are you bikini body ready? Like how to get lean for summer, all of this stuff. And like, it's noise that I want to just sit down with you and just like break through. I want to talk about, you know, feeling positive in your body, how to avoid toxic dieting cycles, all of those kind of things, just how we're going to be feeling the best version of ourselves this summer. I just wanted to include that in this video so I can just get a jump on all of that trashy content that we're going to be seeing over the next few months. So without further ado, let's jump into it. And as always, I'm not reinventing the wheel here. These meals are not going to be crazy things that are going to take you absolutely hours to make. Like these are basic, simple, yummy meals that look great, taste great, and are just going to leave you feeling good and not mean that you're spending hours, number one, cooking, and number two, cleaning up. So the first meal, we're going to be making some feta egg breakfast tacos. Now, if you look at my watch throughout this video and you see it's 3 p.m, mind your own business. I don't think breakfast should ever be constrained to a certain time zone of the day. Like it's 3 p.m. and I want breakfast tacos, so that is what we're going to be making. Genuinely, the most time-consuming thing about this whole meal is making the guac, but I will stand by the fact that if you can take an extra 5 to 10 minutes to just chop up some extra ingredients, add it in with your avocado, it elevates your meal to a whole different level. Like it's just such a small difference, but it has such a big impact. Okay, so here are the feta and chili egg breakfast tacos. I'm so excited to eat these. I've been thinking about them since this morning, literally. Good morning, guys. We are back with another breakfast. We're gonna have, I think, 2 breakfasts in this video, so this is gonna be the second one, but I wanted to include this one because this is actually, I'm not actually running today. This is just a breakfast that I love anyway, but this is a great pre-run breakfast, and I know a lot of us girlies on this channel are running girly, so I thought I would just show you how I make my pre-run or pre-training or pre-rest day in this given point. You know what? This is just how I make my breakfast oats. Okay, I am really worried this next portion is going to be slightly annoying because I am going to use something that is only available in the US. But guys, I was recently put onto these oat butters. Now, these are designed to basically be like a peanut butter for people who can't eat peanut butter, like myself, who have a nut allergy. So they're oat butters, they're organic, they're nut-free, they literally say all over it. It's like nut-free, made in factories that don't have nuts in, gluten-free, vegan, kosher, top 9 allergen-free actually, so dairy-free, soy-free as well, which is insane. These are so freaking tasty. I cannot get enough of them. They sell them in Whole Foods here, so if you are ever over the side of the pond or if you live here anyway, definitely something to try. So I'm just gonna put a dollop of those on top of my oats because it melts in super easy. And then I'm just gonna decorate with different fruits and maybe some additional chocolate.
I end up going 2 steps back. So tonight, I'm just gonna let this one be back. You know what I mean?
Bonjour! I don't know why I'm saying bonjour like we're having a French dinner because we're definitely not. I just got back from PT and it's time for dinner. I've been really excited for this dinner, like, oh my goodness, my fridge is so sensitive. Just like me. I have been so excited for dinner literally all day. I was like scrolling on TikTok yesterday and like smash burgers are like not like a new thing, but they're like a new thing to LA, like loads of smash burger bars have been opening up. Like, it's basically just like a smashed burger, but I was like, oh my goodness, I need to get my hands on one of these. So I'm actually gonna make my own smashed burger and chips for dinner, and there is nothing I love more. There is nothing I love more than homemade chips. Can't decide between sweet potato or no potato. I think I'm gonna do sweet. I feel like sweet potato sounds really nice with a burger. Hello, guten Tag, happy Saturday. I'm gonna try and say each of these instructions with a new language. Watch me forget that immediately, but we've had French and now we've had German. I am throwing together my Saturday lunch. I'm gonna do a poke bowl. I haven't had a poke bowl in a minute, but I was like, I have to include one of these because they are preppable, easy, and like, I love them because you can make them like so colorful and put so many different things in them. Just like every vegetable you like, any food you like, any protein you like, all of that stuff you can just bundle in on one bowl. And I've been the biggest fan of them for a while and I haven't actually made one since I've been in the new house. So I'm just cooking up some sushi rice. This is like the thing that probably takes the most time, but as you're cooking like one portion of sushi rice, you can bulk make it. So I can make like 4 portions of sushi rice, and obviously you eat it cold, so you can just pop it in the fridge, and then you don't have to think about cooking or prepping anything. Same thing when you cook your first protein, just cook a whole bunch of the chicken, and then you just have it in the fridge, ready to go. So you literally have to put everything together in one bowl, or you can already pre-prep it and put it together in one bowl. But I'm actually gonna make some lime and ginger chicken for my poke bowl. I've not actually made chicken like this before. I'm loving ginger at the moment. Like, I don't know what it is, I'm just loving ginger. So that is the style of chicken we're gonna make. I've already pre-chopped some veggies. Like I said, rice is on the top. Chicken's already chopped. So I just need to put it all together basically. Guys, it is dinner time, tea time, whatever you want to call it. I didn't do a language. How do you say good evening? Buenos dias? No, wait. Hey Siri, how do you say good evening in Spanish? Buenas Tardas. Good evening, guys. It's dinner time. I am actually running 16 kilometers tomorrow morning. So that means whatever I eat now is basically essentially gonna be a big fuel source for me running tomorrow. So I'm actually gonna be making a pasta dish, but I'm gonna be making a creamy lemon and asparagus chicken pasta. So simple, sounds a bit fancy pantsy, but it's really not. Like, I feel like just adding like a bit of citrus into something like truly makes it sound like it's a lot more effort than it is. But yeah, literally just gonna be whipping up some pasta, some chicken, combining it using my favorite ingredient in the whole entire world, Philadelphia, a bit of hot water, some lemon, popping some asparagus in with it, and Bobby Uncle there for dinner. Sounds really lovely. I'm also feeling a bit on the low energy side, so I just need to whip this up as quickly as possible, get myself to sleep, wake up, and get ready to run. No, I did also say, by the way, I'm gonna do, or I wanted to kind of like intersect some chats into this video. I actually have decided like I'm just gonna sit down at the end of the video so that if you are just here for the meals, this portion is like all the food, and then if you feel like you wanna stick around for the talking bit at the end, we can do that. Hi team, as I have mentioned, there is going to be a second portion of this video, which is going to be a far more sat down, girly chat style video. I, as I mentioned, kind of wanted to discuss this alongside, you know, showing some recipes that I'm eating to feel good, because that whole idea of like a series of eating good to feel good came from how different my narrative is around food now. And I feel like it's a really relevant time of year to kind of have this conversation, because we are heading towards summer, and I feel like as fun as that is, unfortunately around summer, a lot of the narrative that you'll start to see online is like, okay, but like, are you bikini body ready? Like, there's only 6 Saturdays until summer. Like, are you feeling your best? Like, do you need to lean down? Like, we have come a long way, but there is still a lot of that noise, and I would just love to like sit down with you and just like break through the noise, because oh my goodness, did I used to be so consumed by that noise. My relationship with food was so vastly different than it is now, and I suffered with an eating disorder like early on in my teenage years, but what then followed that was years and years of toxic dieting cycles, a lot of which were triggered by summer and summer holidays, and this need to slim down and lean down for summer holidays because I wanted to look a certain type of way in a bikini. I just want to tell you like a big truth here. The amount of years that I did that and I leaned down for these summer holidays and I looked a certain type of way in a bikini, I was never ever happy, and I ruined months of my year torturing myself over what I was eating, restricting what I was eating, feeling unfueled, feeling unenergetic, and because of that being snappy and not being nice to be around and restricting my social plans, those months were completely ruined for a week to still be miserable in a bikini, because it was never enough. Like, I never ever got to the point I wanted to. But ultimately it was never gonna be enough, because the issue was never with my body, it was up here. Like, this is what needed work and healing. There was never anything going on here. Like, there was no level of lean that I could have looked that would have ever truly satisfied me, because like I said, it was all up here. And I really wish that if I'd have invested like half as much time into working on my relationship with myself, I probably would have, you know, saved myself a lot of pain and a lot of turmoil in the lead up to these holidays and then the lead up to summer. But I do truly feel like that's only, you know, something that I learned with hindsight and something that I've learned over a lot of years of work. Like, none of this stuff happened overnight. Like, I didn't wake up one day and think like, oh my goodness, like, I love myself, like I feel healed, like my relationship with my body is healed. And I'm gonna be really honest with you, like, it's still not 100% of the way there. I have so much gratitude and love for myself and my body and for the things it does for me, but that doesn't mean that I wake up every single day and feel that way. Like, trust me, I definitely have days where I struggle, and I feel like it's so important to highlight that, because, you know, me being sat on my like self-love high horse, like I love myself, like isn't truly helpful, because I think it's so important to share our struggles, because it will make other people feel less alone in theirs. And you know, if I'm feeling like this, I'm sure there's potentially like 100 other girls that feel like this. And I think what we can do is, number one, share struggles so other people don't feel alone, like I just said, but number two, share what has worked for us, what has helped for us, and you know, how we kind of broke away from that. Because like I said, for the most part, like I do truly feel like I have accepted myself and I feel very comfortable and confident in my skin now. And there is certain things that I do to feel that way. So I wanted to share these in the hope that it can kind of maybe break up some of the noise or some of the negative narratives that you have in your mind in the run up to summer or in the run up to your holidays, and hopefully can just help put you on a path to focusing on being strong, not skinny. Point number one is kind of what I just touched on, and it's focusing on being strong, not skinny. Focusing on what your body is capable of and what your body can achieve over the way it looks is something that truly flicked a massive switch in my brain, and running was something that hugely helped that. Being able to see what my body could achieve through running really healed a part of me, because it almost made it seem silly to tear my body apart for a second when that was the body that was helping me cross a finishing line of a marathon. Like, my body helped me achieve that. Without these legs, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Without these arms, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So to then sit there and be like, oh, like I feel like my legs are a bit too big. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Those are the legs that just help you run a marathon. How dare you, even for a second, tear them apart when they are capable of such an amazing thing. I know so many girls that, I will go on about running a little bit here, but I know so many girls that have found that through running, and running has really healed parts of them because it shifted their mindset from focusing on their dress size or their scale weight, and instead they woke up and they were focusing on like how many miles they could run that day. Another huge thing that I really used to struggle with was comparison. And again, like, this is something that still I do struggle with sometimes. Like, you see girls on social media and you think like, oh my goodness, like they look amazing, but them looking amazing doesn't take away from you looking amazing. Like, no two bodies are the same. So to sit and wish that you looked like so and so on social media is a waste of your time and your energy, because the truth is you are not going to look like them. You look like you, and you cannot change the way you look. You have one body for the rest of your life. Like, you might as well learn to love it. I spent years wishing that like my bum looked like hers or my belly looked like hers, and it's like, wishing that is not gonna make that happen. Like, actually what you can do is focus on like, this is my body, this is how I look, this is the body that I was given. The fact that you have a body that is just unique and it's just yours is such a beautiful thing. Like, there is no one else in the world that looks like you. There is no one else in the world that looks like you. Like, is that not magical? Like, I think that is so incredible. And everybody is so unique in their own ways. And I just think that is such an amazing thing. I've woken up the troublemaker. Something else that I struggle with for years, and to be honest, this is something I've really like made my peace with, but it's only like a new, in the past like year or 2 years, I've really made my peace with it. Cellulite, dimples, belly rolls are normal. These are normal parts of human bodies. Our bodies are meant to have stretch marks. They grow. They're meant to have dimples. They're meant to have cellulite. It's just a part of our genetics. And I feel like so often we, you know, see these photos on social media or whatever. Let me tell you, with the perfect angle, the perfect lighting, the perfect pose, you can hide those things. Some people choose to edit them, but with the right lighting and the right angle, those things don't appear. I have cellulite across my bum, and it's something that I've been insecure about for years, because I've always thought like, well, I train, so like, why do I have cellulite? Because it's just your skin. It is just your skin, Holly. Like, that is just a part of your body. And I have stretch marks that stretch all across my bum. I have them all across the inside of my thighs, because when I was younger, my bum just grew at a rapid rate. My skin couldn't keep up with it. And that's just a part of me. Like, that's a part of my story. It's a part of my body. Those things make you, you. Again, it all comes back to this thing of being unique. And like, those things shouldn't be looked at negatively. Like I said, like, I used to hate my stretch marks, but now I'm like, that's so funny. Like, I literally hit puberty and my bum shot up at such a massive rate that I now have stretch marks on my bum to show that like, it's a funny story and it's part of me and it makes me who I am, and those things aren't gonna go away. So you just might as well learn to love them and embrace the stories behind them. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the last thing, but also just something that I really wanna give you so that you can do something practical when you go away from this, because I understand that a lot of the other tips and tricks, like, they take time. Like, these aren't overnight fixes, but this is something that you could potentially do now or as you work towards summer, and it will just help you feel better. And this was something that I did and it really helped me, and that is remove the comparison that you are struggling with. If you are following anyone on social media purely for the way their body looks, purely because you aspire to look like them physically, remove them. All that will do is make you miserable, because you are never going to look like them. It's like what I said earlier, like, you are not them, they are not you. You will never look like them. Having that comparison there is just a form of torture and bullying yourself. Like, you are actually just bullying yourself by putting that in front of your face every single day and being like, oh, I don't look like that. Why are you doing that? Like, stop. Like, why are we doing this? We don't need to do that. Remove it, unfollow them, mute their content if you don't want to completely unfollow, maybe block them if you feel like you need to do something that extreme. Like, just remove it. It's not helpful. Follow people that you aspire to be like because of what they're achieving and because of who they are as people. Make it content that is going to help you aspire to be the best version of yourself within your job, within your relationship, within your family life, within yourself, within your mental well-being. Make it things that are going to push you on further in every aspect of your life, just not in the way that you look. It's so beneficial. I did it when I first really kind of realized how toxic I was being about myself and about the way I looked. I was like, I think I'm just like I was literally following Victoria's Secret supermodels, and I was like, I'm following these girls for one reason, and that's because like I am so hugely jealous of the way they look, and like that's all I aspire to look like. And as soon as I removed that and I wasn't seeing it every day, it just like relieves a sense of anxiety in your brain. Hopefully that's a practical tip that you can go away and just do almost immediately, and follow people that celebrate body positivity and celebrate how unique their bodies are and celebrate their roles and celebrate their cellulite. Those are some of my absolute favorite influence. That is the kind of content that we need to be consuming and swallowing rather than the other forms of content that we do see sometimes. So yeah, that's just a little practical tip that hopefully you can take away and do. Nala's absolutely conked out again over there. Oh no, she's awake. She's definitely sick of listening to me chat now. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's video. I have missed vlogging. It's obviously been 2 weeks without like vlogging my week now, and I was like, oh my goodness, like I miss you guys. Like I feel like I need you back in my everyday life. So next week I'll be doing a weekly vlog. I have a little bit of a crazy week going on, but I'm gonna take you guys along for the journey. There'll be lots of stuff going on all the while I'm still navigating, you know, my fitness goals, eating good to feel good, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to spend the week with you next week, but I hope that you guys have enjoyed this week's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next Monday.